Speech off.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So, today is September 1st, and today is the beginning of the Harry Potter or Back to Hogwarts readathon. I was originally going to do the birthday tag video because my birthday was August 21st, and I'd meant to do it and I didn't do it, and then I was trying to answer the questions, and I was bored. I just didn't have a lot of answers to a lot of questions. And then I saw that Cheryl from Candlewick Library did this tag, and I watched it, and I had to do it immediately. So, this is a very long tag, and I go on some Harry Potter tangents. I have some very strong opinions, so sit back, get your Starbucks or whatever. Here it is going to be really hot this whole week. 105 on Wednesday. I'm in LA. I'm not looking forward to that. So yeah, that's why I said get your Starbucks. I would be drinking a mocha frappuccino if I was doing this. If I was watching one of these and it was long, which this is going to be long. I mean, I'm already talking a lot. Cheryl seems to be able to do it in under 10 minutes. Not me. Sorry. This could be up to 20, 25. Okay. Anyway. But yeah, I might give you kind of a video dump because, it is, like I said, going to be hot. We have no ACs except like window units. And my window unit sounds like a truck. So I'm going to be filming at night, and the video is kind of, as soon as I film, I have to upload. Otherwise I forget which video is which, and it's a whole thing. Blind people problems, but yeah. So watch them at your own pace, but just expect a bunch of videos at once, probably soon. Anyway, okay, let's just do this. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. What is your favorite Harry Potter book? Chamber of Secrets. So I know this is an unpopular opinion. Like, everybody seems to dislike Chamber of Secrets the most. Not dislike, but it's like everybody's least favorite. It's my favorite because it's not... I like the first one, but the first one is a lot of world building. The second one is the same amount of fun from the first one, but without as much world building because we already kind of know things. Third one starts to get a little serious. And second one's serious too, but I love the second one. Moaning Myrtle, Lockhart, a bunch of ridiculousness. It's hilarious. It's my favorite. What is your least favorite book? Order of the Phoenix. Oh, right. And before we keep going, there will be major spoilers, so if you haven't read all the books, don't watch this video. But yeah, Order of the Phoenix is my least favorite book. It's a lot of people's least favorite books, but it's because of Umbridge for them. No. For me, Umbridge actually makes the book, because she's the bad guy that I love to hate. Like, she's terrible, but because she's there, she causes a lot of fun things to happen. Like the DA and just Peeves being a terror. And I love that. Like, without her, that wouldn't happen. I hate this book because of the way the Order treats Harry. Hiding things from him. My pet peeve in books is hiding secrets about the person. I despise it when people say, you're too young to know something about yourself. Like, no. From then on, I hated Dumbledore, and I low-key disliked Molly for the fight with Sirius, and it only gets worse at the end of book 5. So yeah, book 5 is my least favorite book. Will not forgive Molly, will not forgive Dumbledore. Number 3. What is your favorite movie adaptation? Sorcerer's Stone. I have really good memories of, it was like the first one. The novelty effect, it just doesn't get old. So yeah, it's just my favorite one, because it was the first one, and you see the world for the first time, and I remember I went to watch it in theaters when it came out. I was 10, and people kind of hated me that day. I thought I was going to get to watch it on audio description, but they didn't have the audio description headphones. The ones where, they describe the action for blind people. The action that doesn't have dialogue. And they didn't have the headphones, so I kept asking, what's happening? What's happening? And, fully grown adults were, mad. Because I was overexcitedly jumping up and down and demanding to know what was happening during the moments I couldn't see. Yeah, people hated me in the movies. Ever since then, I've not been interested in going to the movies. Number 4. Your least favorite adaptation. Goblet of Fire. Okay, so It could just be because I mean, I'm not encouraging this, but because I stopped going to the movies, Dad started buying those illegal DVDs off the street. And, yeah. He bought one and it sounded terrible and I hated the movie. And, like, the scene just kind of went too fast. But, you know, I really wanted to watch the movie, so we were always looking out for those DVDs so that I could watch it before, you know, because we didn't want to go to the movies again. So it just kind of has bad sound quality associated with it. And just, the scenes just went too fast. I don't know. People dislike Prisoner of Azkaban more, but I don't know. I just like this one more. Plus, we needed Winky. Number 5. Your favorite quote from the books. Honestly, the only one that popped into my head at random was, when 2 Neptunes appear in the sky, it is a sign that a midget in glasses is being born, Harry. I mean, I love a good divination class with Harry and Ron. Which brings me to my next question. Your favorite Weasley. Ron Weasley. Hands down. He gets a lot of hate, especially on fanfiction. Like, people love to write abusive Ron stories because of his jealousy issues, and, like, they make him a monster in fanfiction because of his jealousy issue, like I said. And they love a good Hermione and Harry fanfic. And I actually don't really have a problem with shipping Hermione and Harry, but you don't have to destroy Ron to do that. Like, people really hate him. It's incredible how much people hate him. Anyway. But yeah, I kind of empathize with him. And maybe this is an unpopular opinion. As much as I love the Weasleys, I kind of feel like Arthur should get a better job if he's going to have 7 children. Maybe just because I lived in poverty, I just feel like get a better job if you insist on procreating that much. You can't have a job that you love that pays nothing when you have 7 children. If you decide to have 7 children, you need to go for the corporate job you hate. That's just my opinion. And, like, I kind of was mad at Arthur and Molly, too, because Molly, you're a capable woman. Go to work. All your children are in Hogwarts. What are you doing at home? Nothing? Yes, I'm judging fictional characters. But, anyway, I lost my tangent. Oh, I just always feel bad for Ron because he always feels bad that he's poor. And it's like, you guys can do so much more to make money. And I'm not saying that money is the most important thing in the world. I get love conquers all and money isn't the most important thing in the world. I know. But the fact is, you could be doing more to make more money. It is what it is. So I kind of empathize a lot with Percy. I don't think he's my favorite character either, so I'm not going to say that. But I had a lot more empathy for Percy than pretty much most of the fandom when he left. Like, I think if he had left in an earlier book and, like, abandoned his family, I probably would have been on his side. But he went to join bad guys, so, you know. But I understood why he did it. Like, everybody was mean to him. And anyway, that was a whole tangent. See how I can get with Harry Potter? But yeah, I just felt a lot for Percy because it's, you know, he was trying to do better for himself. Number 7, your favorite female character. I was going to say Hermione at first because, of her, like, love of books. But, I don't know. I kind of have to say Tonks. She's just really funny and, like, the way she can change her expression. It's just, I don't know. Fine. And Hermione can be a little bossy and just... Also, I just never liked the sneak thing in book 5. It was a little... Ugh. I don't know. I didn't think it needed to be permanent. Man, I don't even need to do reviews for these books the way I planned on because I'm telling you every single one of my controversial opinions in this tag. I'm still going to do it anyway. Number 8, your favorite villain. I actually think that my favorite villain, because he was so terrible, was Barty Crouch Jr. Like, he was the best villain. Like, I mean, because he did it right. Like, he fooled everyone, including Dumbledore. Like, his whole plan in book 4 worked brilliantly until the end. And, like, he wasn't a kind of a cowardly villain like the other ones, like Lucius and them, Malfoy. Like, when Voldemort left, like, he was still loyal to him. Like, I gotta give him that. Like, he had a lot of loyalty for a villain. He was, like, the real deal as far as villains go, in my opinion. So, yeah. Like, I mean, he was a monster, but he was loyal. Number 9. Your favorite male character, Sirius Black. Hands down. I think he's actually very misunderstood a lot of the time. But yeah, I'll get to that when I get to book 3. Number 10. Your favorite professor. I was going to say Lupin right away, but honestly, I think McGonagall is probably my favorite professor. She's funny. In a not intentional way, she's funny. So maybe between Lupin and McGonagall. Number 11. Oh, Lord. This is where it gets fun. This is what convinced me to do this tag. Would you rather... These are would you rather questions. Would you rather A, wash Snape's hair, or B, listen to Lockhart talk about himself? Lockhart. Hands down. Instantly. Like, I know I'm supposed to say Snape. Probably. But, I don't like touching people's hair or literally any part of your body. And Snape's greasy hair sounds... I just threw up. No, not really. Number 12. Would you rather A, duel an elated Bellatrix, or B, an angry Molly? That's a hard one. Because... I mean, honestly, Bellatrix would kill me instantly, probably. Angry Molly is also pretty scary. I think I'd rather do an angry Molly, because honestly, at the end of the day, I'm more afraid of Bellatrix. I mean, that one's nuts. And she's crazy because she enjoys it. Number 13. Would you rather travel to Hogwarts in A, the Hogwarts Express, or B, the flying car? Flying car. I always wanted a flying car. Like, ever since I read that book, like, the idea of the flying car is exciting. I love flying. I love, the rides at the fair, the swings that fly you through the air. I love the sensation of flying. And I was super excited on my first plane ride. So yeah, if the crash didn't happen, the flying car for sure. Number 14. Would you rather A, kiss Voldemort, or B, give Umbridge a bubble bath? Good God. I can't, both of these two things are so revolting. I honestly cannot give you an answer. Like, cliche, but I have no idea. They both sound... I guess if I had to pick, it would be Umbridge a bubble bath. I'd have to tape her mouth shut first, though. Then she'll have the bubble bath. I can handle that as long as I don't have to speak to her, but kissing bodily fluids near my mouth, yeah, definitely the bubble bath. Number 15. Would you rather A, ride a hippogriff, or B, ride a firebolt? Honestly, as much as I love flying, both of these sound really dangerous. Like, I'm a little nervous riding a horse. Now just imagine, like, something flying with you on its back. But also a broomstick doesn't sound that stable either. That's why I prefer the flying car. But I guess if I had to pick, it would be the firebolt, because at least I can control the firebolt, whereas the hippogriff has a mind of its own. 16. Is there a character who you feel differently about in the books versus the movies? Ginny, yeah, Ginny is like the one that everybody talks about, and I agree. But also Tonks. Like, Tonks is a nothing burger in the series, in the movies. Like, she dies at the end of book 7, and it's like, the only reason you know is because of Neville's speech, which is touching and all that, but like, if you just watched the movies, like some people do, you wouldn't even care that she died. And I think Harry mentions Teddy very briefly, during the resurrection scene. But, like, Tonks is just not, you know, I don't know. Just that whole storyline is gone in the movies. So, yeah. You get more out of them in the books. Number 17. Is there a movie adaptation you prefer the movie to the books? Honestly, Order of the Phoenix. I know that's popular because they leave out a lot. But, I mean, honestly, I prefer it only because they take out a lot of the stuff that just makes me mad. Like, we don't have the fight with Sirius and Molly, which enrages me because Team Sirius, shut up, Molly. And Dumbledore's apologies at the end. Like, I don't want to hear it, Dumbledore. I'm mad at you. I behold an everlasting grudge. So, yeah. With that out of the way, I can kind of enjoy the story. Like, without dreading those moments where Dumbledore is, like, purging his soul. And I'm mad at him the entire time. I just don't enjoy Book 5. So, like, the movie 5 is just a condensed version of Book 5, and I can tolerate that. Number 18. Richard Harris or Michael Gambon as Dumbledore? Richard Harris. I mean, he has a grandpa voice. Kind of. Like a soothing, gentle grandpa. Which is how I picture Dumbledore in the first few books when I actually liked him. But, yeah. Michael Gambon, I mean, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? I can't even do it. But, like, the man is so aggressive. Like, whose idea was it to do that? Like, what the heck is that? Anyway. Number 19. Your top thing, person, or event which wasn't included in the movies. Again, we go back to Remus and Tonks. Like, their story was completely taken out. So, like, you don't even care that they're dead. Unless you read the books. They're a nothing thing. So, yeah, them. And then I would have liked more Dobby. But, yeah. Number 20. If you could remake any of the movies, which one would it be? Probably Goblet of Fire. I would have added more things and just made it more the way the book was. I don't know. I like that book a lot. The movie kind of killed it. And then now we're in the Hogwarts section. 21. Which house was your first gut feeling you'd be a part of? I'm skipping that because I didn't sort myself. Which house were you actually a part of? Also skip that. Okay. I don't have a problem with sorting myself. The problem is people take houses way too seriously. Like, I just don't think it has to be that serious. And, like, when I say I hate Slytherins, I'm talking about Malfoy and Bellatrix and, I don't know, all the bad guys. I'm not talking about, like, if you sorted into Slytherin on a Pottermore quiz, I'm sure you're a lovely human being. I'm not referring to you. But every time I say that, it's like all the Slytherins who ever tested in Pottermore are insulted. So I just don't want to be a part of that. Honestly, it's a little toxic. I don't take it that seriously. Anyway, 23. Which class would be your favorite? That was a hard one. Probably Defense Against the Dark Arts, depending on who taught it. Because I would want to be able to defend myself. But because I was thinking about the other classes, I feel like the most useful ones would be herbology and potions. Apart from that, Snape sucks. And, yeah. Like, I just don't see why we need to learn to make an apple tap dance in Charms or turn a button into a beetle. Like, I do see why you would need to learn how to transfigure some things. I understand that, I guess. But, like, just some of the things that we're learning in those classes is just, why? Number 24. Which spell do you think would be the most useful to learn? Accio. The summoning charm. I mean, yeah, I'm with Cheryl on that one. Obviously, you want to retrieve what you don't want to get up to get something. I mean, that's me all the time. But then, if that charm existed, if that spell existed, I would be probably 300 pounds. Because, I mean, I don't like walking across a room, and I'm already overweight. If that existed, I would be gigantic. Number 25. Which character at Hogwarts do you think you'd instantly be best friends with? I don't know. I think Ron, just because he's so relatable. He's human in a way that Harry and Hermione just are not. Like, Harry, I empathize with him a lot in book 5, but, like, I'm just not as forgiving or good as him at the end of the day. Like, I'm a grudge holder. Like, I would not be naming my kid Albus Severus. Put it that way. Especially Severus. I guess I can understand forgiving Dumbledore, but Snape? Ugh. And Hermione she's too bossy sometimes. Like, I don't know. I'm always on Ron's side in their fights, so probably Ron. If you could own one of the 3 Hallows, which one would it be? Invisibility cloak? I'm a nosy person, and can you imagine the eavesdropping I'd be doing if I had an invisibility cloak? I would be one of those creepers peeping in windows. Yes, I know, that's creepy. Judge me. Number 27. Is there any aspect of the books you would want to change? Obviously, the deaths. I mean, honestly, if fanfiction didn't exist, I probably would have stopped reading after book 5. Favorite Marauder? Sirius? Naturally. If you could bring a character back to life, who would it be? Sirius. Always. I just feel like Harry... That was the one person that was just Harry's. Like, I feel like once he lost him, he lost, like, everything. And also, Sirius didn't get a life. Like, he spent 12 years in prison, and then 1 year on the run. And then spent, like, a year in Dumbledore's prison. You know, his family's terrible house. And it's like, man. Like, he had no life. Remus had a sad life, Lupin. And he had a kid and all that. But, like, I don't know. And Tonks, like, I guess if I had to bring back one of Teddy's parents, it'd be Remus. Tonks walked into battle. She chose that. She could have stayed home with her kid. You know? So, like, she kind of was, you know. I don't feel too sorry for her dying. Because you walked into it. But, I mean, so did Remus, I guess. He chose that too. But, like, one of them could have stayed home, and I felt it was selfish that at least one of them didn't stay home. So, ultimately, at the end, I don't feel that bad for them dying. Once you have a newborn, stay with your newborn, okay? Yes, I'm a very judgy person. And what I love about books is that I can judge these characters, and they don't exist to have hurt feelings. But, yeah, I don't know. Ultimately, I think just Sirius had the saddest life. And also, it just makes me mad that Molly gets Harry in the end. You know, like, it just feels like she disliked him, and then she ended up kind of getting her own way when he died. I'm very bitter about Sirius's death, okay? I have a problem. I don't know about any of the other ones, though. Dobby maybe would be the other one I might bring back if I could. James and Lily, I never got too attached to them. A lot of people say Hedwig, and I'm just like, okay. The owl? Come on. Snape can stay dead. Fred, I guess for George, you know. Yeah, I guess if it came down to it, it would be Sirius or Fred. Just because Fred is tragic, but I wasn't really that attached to Fred. They were more of a unit, so, like, I don't know. Sirius was just the saddest for me. Like, I never got over that. Anyway, the last one is Hallows or Horcruxes. I don't know what that means. The last question. Would I have chosen the Hallows or the Horcruxes, I guess? If I was Harry? Well, honestly, I probably would have chosen the Hallows because I like instant gratification. So I would have made the wrong choice. You should choose the Horcruxes, but I understand why Hallows would have been the choice for me. Like, why Hallows is tempting. I would have chosen Hallows. Anyway, that is the Harry Potter tag. Or, I forget what it's called. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you don't hate me too much for my rants. I hope it wasn't too long. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.
Speech on. Stop recording video.